It's got the wrong. All right, we're live from the Isanti Civic Arena, the coldest rink in District 10, I think. Well, I take that back. Princeton might have them beat, but at least you could put quarters in at Princeton to get some heat on.
That's right. There is no pay to heat here, unfortunately.
No, there's not.
Otherwise, we would have brought a pocket full of quarters.
They don't even have heaters above us. It's just pure cold.
Not even the option.
Isanti people are built different, apparently, and that's all right. But not for me. Let's take a look at today's matchup. Girls are, Zamboni's just getting off the ice here. Just getting mad at them. Today's matchup is going to be against the Northern Tier team. Take a look at their team. As you can see, they're the best team right now in D10. They're currently ranked first. We're third. Their record in D10 is 11-1-0. Their only loss going to Blaine. We're 5-1-3 in District 10, 9-4-5 overall record for us. Northern Tier 13-2-1, only losing one other game, so 2 games total in all of their record, and then tying 1 game. So they're going to be a hardest, I think, matchup that we've seen altogether.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think we got to play them again here soon. They do have a few good girls, but let's look at those standings in District 10 here really quick. I loaded them up. So as you can see, Northern Tier is actually, they're leading District 10 with 34 points overall in first place, but they played 12 games. We only have 9 games, although this game won't really help us if we can't defeat them. Blaine is just ahead of us with 26 points, but they've played 2 more games than us, so if we could come out with a win tonight, we could start closing that gap in on Blaine.
Well, if we come out ready to go, I think that it's totally possible to beat these guys. I mean, I know we lost them earlier in the season, but I really think that the girls can pull off a win here if they have their head in the game and they're ready to go.
Yeah, I would agree. We'll see what the coach is doing for lineups. I heard he's changed it up from the last few games. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the right decision or not. Hopefully he's got it figured out on the bench. But as you can see, we got tonight's game at 7:15. This is the road to District 10 playoffs, I'm calling it. So we only have 6 more games, including tonight, of normal District 10 play before we move on to playoffs in District 10. So we got tonight's game. Then we move on Friday. We got a game up at our Duluth Icebreaker International. Or Invitation. Is it Invitational? Yeah, it's Invitational, not International. And then we come back from that tournament on January 17th. We come back to play Northern Tier again. So District 10 play, we got back-to-back games against them. And then we got to finish off the season with Andover, Anoka Champlain Park Coon Rapids Gray team, Blaine, and then Anoka Champlain Park Coon Rapids Steel team. And then we'll go into playoffs. Round 1 is going to either be February 7th or 8th. Round 2 will be either February 8th or 11th. It all depends on our seeding and kind of where we land here in the last few games here as we lead up to District 10 playoffs. Let's take a look at what we got coming up now this weekend. I got the tournament too for anybody, the 2 people watching. As you see, I got the countdown to the Icebreaker International. Yeah, probably. Invitation. Watching one from our house. That would be funny. We had 3 people at one point, but yeah, I got the countdown clock to our first game on 8 a.m. on Friday morning there in the top right corner. Just keeps on winding down, but we're going to start off the tournament at 8 a.m. against Superior up at the Freiburger Ice Arena. That's supposed to be freezing cold. And then Friday morning we play 8 a.m. again up there. Against Woodbury, and then Saturday morning, Superior. Then we got nothing the rest of the day Friday. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. against Woodbury, and then 1 p.m. on Saturday against Edina. And then that will be determined when we play on Sunday. It's a 4-game minimum tournament, so we will get a game on Sunday. We just don't know when, where, and everything.
This Woodbury team, I think, just won Dangle Fest. So,
okay, well, that's not good for us.
Well, they played the Spartacats for the championship, and they won in a shootout, and we tied the Spartacats.
Yeah, we did.
I think we're totally capable of hanging with them too. So.
Well, I think we kind of got screwed. We went to a tiebreaker. Anyways, then.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to come out strong every single game. Every single game matters. So, I think it was a hard lesson to learn, and girls hopefully learned it.
Let's see here. I thought I had one other thing I could put up.
Hey, who do you think we pissed off, Billy, that we got 2 8 a.m. games in Duluth?
I don't know. They hate us, apparently.
I mean, clearly. We need to, grease some palms or kiss some babies or figure out something to do to next tournament not to have 2 back-to-back 8 a.m. games.
I loaded players to watch tonight. I actually don't have the correct iPad to change the players to watch from Northern Tier, but I got our girls loaded up there. So from our team, our top point scorers so far this season is Libby Gross and Hazel Thacker, both tied for 13 points. I think I have that fairly updated. I can't remember if we've had a game since I loaded this like 2 days ago. I think this is up to date as of the tournament.
Yeah.
Nothing since the tournament, right?
Well, we had one more game after that actually at Crick, didn't we?
Did we? Yeah, I don't know.
We did, I thought.
But Naya's nipping 3rd with 9 points from the season. So
nice.
These girls are going good. So girls are just finishing up their warm-ups. Buzzer is going off, and we're going to have some 10U hockey coming at you. All right, let's see what the coach is doing for your starting lineup. Looks like your starting D is going to be Clara and Janie. Waiting to see who we get out here for your... It's like maybe Hazel Thacker in the face-off dot, Libby Gross and Audrey Fitzpatrick. Game on. Libby comes out, or we come out with that face-off win. Audrey gets that, tries to pass it up. Libby grabs it. She's going to try to get in the zone, but Northern Tier is able to get there. Audrey stops any progression, chips it back up towards the blue line. Libby picks this puck up. She's going to carry it in the zone. She cuts to the middle, and she just loses the handle on the puck, and it goes into the corner. Northern Tier comes back and pressures, gets it out of the zone. Clara sends it cross ice over to Janie. Janie's going to carry it up the near side wall. She chips one in and just goes wide of the net as it shot. Can't get it there.
Yes.
Clara gets there, tries to center, and I'm sorry, Hazel got there, tried to center it, but Northern Tier are doing a good job shutting down the opportunity as our girls can't do anything. Sorry, I stopped tracking too. I'm kind of in a weird position for this camera. Northern Tier picks it up in their zone.
Not as bad as last game when I was doing it, Billy.
They're able to get it out of the zone here. They run into Kinsley Hamas as she's able to chip it back in the zone. Hazel Thacker fresh on it. She gets support from Brooklyn, who's fresh off the bench now. Our girls doing a great job maintaining puck zone this time. Janie takes a shot, but it goes wide of the net. Audrey is first to the two there, but just can't get there. And just like that, almost gets a breakaway. The coaches were calling for Janie to get off the ice. It's probably a good thing she didn't. Otherwise, that would have been a breakaway.
Oh, nice.
Brooklyn brings it back in the zone. She takes a shot, but hits the goaltender, goes into the corner.
Oh.
And we get a whistle, I believe, in offsides here.
Yep.
I'll try to do a couple adjustments here while
I like all this pressure that they're giving. Coming out strong. Need to keep this up the whole game.
There we go. Some battery power in my phone. Emery was in the faceoff dot, wins it over to Brooklyn. She pressures coming in the zone. They get it in deep. Natalie's in there, pressures, takes a shot from an angle, but the goaltender comes up with a save, and we get another whistle, and we'll get an offensive zone draw.
I like seeing the backhand being used, Billy. I think sometimes the girls get really nervous about using the backhand because it's not, their strong suit, but I like seeing that.
Emery wins the faceoff, goes back to Brooklyn. Brooklyn carries it right out front, tries to get it through, hits traffic, sent back behind the goaltender. Emery's there, she sends it right back out in front. Natalie there chipping away, but the goaltender's able to come up and get a save on this one, and we get another whistle. Emery's going to remain in the faceoff circle. Brooklyn positioning herself directly back behind her, hoping to get the faceoff and take a one-timer, I'm sure. Having a little technical difficulties there as my phone is... I'm going to have to make an adjustment here. My phone's not doing what I want it to do. Let's try that again. Face-off coming out of the neutral zone. Not certain what happened. I had to take my eyes off the play.
It was an offsides, Billy.
Oh, well, I know, but I didn't know how it got offsides. Libby playing strong here. She wins the face-off, comes into the zone. They're able to get possession of this. They're bringing it back out. Northern Tier gets their first look at really getting it into our zone. They dump it back behind Faith, who's in net today. Libby grabs it back behind there. Northern Tier doing a good job pressuring it. Libby sends it around the near side boards, goes to Sadie Truzo. Sadie battling along the near side boards, but Northern Tier able to hold the zone. Goes back behind to Clara. Clara sends it up the far side boards, but Northern Tier able to hold the zone. And it comes back. Sadie drops low to grab this puck. She misses that barely there, and she'd be able to pick it back up. Sadie tries to rush it out. Gets cut off by two of the Northern Tier girls, and they bring it back into the zone. Centering attempt, but a great read by Sadie Truzo as she intercepts that and sends it back over to the corner. Libby grabs that, and she's going to throw it down the distance of the ice. I believe we're going to get an icing. And we do, and we'll be coming back down for a defensive zone draw. I feel like this stand-up rail is super high that we're standing at, isn't it?
It is. Well, for me
it's
especially.
Awkwardly.
So, not so much for you, but
that's even awkward for me.
I almost got my hands by my chin on it.
Hazel Thacker's back out on the face-off dot. Face-off goes back over to Kinsley. She sends it to the far side board, or the near side board. Oh, and the puck dribbles right on through on a weak shot. It dribbles right on in front of Faith. She read that whole way and gets down and makes a cover. We get another whistle. Hazel will remain in the face-off circle. She wins it forward between their legs. Northern Tier sends it D to D. Shot from the point. Kinsley got a stick on that one, sent it wide. Audrey picks it up behind the net. Kinsley reads it and grabs it, chips it up to Hazel. Hazel carries it out of the zone, but gets cut off by Northern Tier. Kinsley, she circles it and sends it back out to the neutral ice. Audrey Fitzpatrick's going to grab it on the far side boards. She's trying to battle through and chips it up the boards. Goes to a defenseman for Northern Tier, takes a shot, but hits traffic in front. Another rebound attempt, but hits traffic in front again. Allie picking this up on the near side boards, tries to get it out of the zone. Goes to Kinsley. Kinsley's going to be able to finally clear the zone, but it lands right on the stick of a Northern Tier girl, and they bring it back in. The battle continues, and we get an offsides. Probably a needed whistle as we'll get a change here on this line.
Liked how Kinsley took a couple seconds, but then she did not pass it to anyone, unfortunately. So
I don't know. I thought she's been playing D pretty good.
Yes.
One of her stronger games sometime. We got Bob back in the faceoff. No, I'm sorry, that's not Bob. That's Emery back in the faceoff dot. Puck goes to Northern Tier. Goes back to Bob now on D. Bob sends it across over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn tries to get it out of the zone, but that gets cut off by Northern Tier. Emery picks it up and tries to clear it, but intercepted by Northern Tier. They center a pass, but it goes right through the crease, and Faith directs that puck a little bit wide.
Come on, Emery.
Brooklyn finds Emery. Emery's going to carry it out of the zone. Fumbles the puck a little bit here. Goes over to Natalie. Natalie dumps it in deep. And Emery hot in pursuit as Northern Tier gets to it first, but Emery continues to battle and offer pressure. Good read by Natalie as she intercepts a clearing attempt. Another clearing attempt is held by Bob. Sends one on net. Loose puck in front. Emery comes in and almost gets it in. Emery gets it back in the corner. She got Brooklyn and Natalie out front, but Northern Tier comes up with it. Natalie stepping up to help try to hold the zone.
Nice, Clara.
Clara is able to come up and hold the blue line. Puck coming out nearby. Bob racing to get there, and she gets there just in time to hold the zone. Brooklyn picking it up.
Nice job, Bob.
Brooklyn's going to carry it in. She passed it over to Natalie. Natalie tries to backhand it. Bouncing puck, but the goaltender is able to get their glove on it and make a save. We get a whistle. More encouraging play on this game as we see more and more opportunities and pressure in the offensive zone. Not much time in the hard zone so far. Knock on this nice wood rail in front of us. Get some fresh legs out there. It looks like Libby, who's back in the faceoff dot. She wins it. Shot attempt by Naya, but it goes wide. Janie's going to be able to hold the zone. She centers it back in front, but it hits traffic in front. Naya is there to grab it. Puck bounces back out to Hazel, but it comes out of the zone. Hazel passes it D to D to Janie. Janie trying to regroup here. She's going to send it up the boards to Sadie Truzo. Libby's able to grab this. She's going to carry it into the zone. She cuts wide. And she get too many sticks trying to get through those Northern Tier girls, and they're able to regain possession. Northern Tier in hot, but she's got traffic in front. They pass it over, but our girl's doing a great job back checking, and Janie intercepts this clearing attempt. Northern Tier able to hold the zone. They're going to dump it in behind our goaltender. Janie gets there first, sends it around the near side board, comes out to Sadie. Northern Tier for there first. They try to center it. Libby intercepts, goes over to Nye on the far side boards. Oh, and a hard shot from Northern Tier. Dribbles almost all the way through, but hits traffic in front. Janie picks it up, sends it up the boards to Sadie.
Nice.
Pops out to Libby. Northern Tier intercepts. Naya, though, able to grab this.
Oh, dear.
Puck almost took out the ref.
Come on, Sadie.
You should thank that glass. Sadie picks it up. Gets it knocked off for a stick, but Janie's going to step up to support.
Ooh, that looked like
Tries to get it over, but they're going to bring it in offsides as Northern Tier had gone down and was playing human Zamboni on our end.
I hate that. I hate when you fall down and you're trying so hard to get back.
She was flopping too.
And just can't make it.
We'll get a neutral ice, center ice face off here.
I mean, I don't care if it's them. I care if it's us, but just to be clear.
Hazel's taking the face off. Puck goes back to Northern Tier, goes to the far side corner there along the blue line. Hazel almost intercepting the pass. Audrey's going to pick it up. She decides to dump it in, gets tips, so no icing on that play. Puck goes back behind the Northern Tier goaltender. Northern Tier's there first. Clara not able to hold the zone, unfortunately, here, and we get an offsides as she brought it back in. Hazel Thacker back in the faceoff dot, wins it over towards Allie. Allie tries to throw it up the near side boards, can't make it out. And Northern Tier chips it all the way down the distance of the ice, and that'll be an icing. We'll be coming back our direction for another offensive zone draw. I'd like to see the shots on goal total for this game right now.
Yeah.
Interesting already. I feel like we've had quite a few shots on goal. Sorry, on this side of the ice, we're really far away looking. Try to do my best to zoom in and out if I can, but it may shake the camera a bit. Hazel Thacker wins this face-off. Goes back. Audrey grabs it. She's got support right behind her by Kinsley. Kinsley slaps it in to keep the zone. Hazel steps in to help out. She grabs this puck, tries to center it, but fans on it, unfortunately. And they're able to chip it back out of the zone.
Oh, ref almost got taken out again.
Yeah. Clara sends it off the glass, almost killing the ref. I got to zoom back out, though, unfortunately, because I can't keep stuff in frame. Hazel picks this up. She passes it over to Audrey. Audrey just missing the handle on the pass. Audrey gets there first, centers it, though. And Northern Tier gets a stick on it before Hazel could get a shot off.
Oh, nice, Audrey.
Oh, a great read by Audrey there as she stepped up to help Kinsley hold that blue line. Audrey grabbing it, sends it back up the boards to Hazel. Bounces off her stick, though, and Northern Tier picks this up, and they're going to carry it in the zone. Cutting right up almost the middle. Hazel doing a nice job getting and clearing that. Kinsley comes in and sends it to the corner. Bob picks it up behind the net. She sends it around the near side boards. Comes to Northern Tier. They're able to hold the zone. They dump it deep into our zone. Bob picking it up. Tries to get it to Audrey. Can't get there, though. Allie is able to send it down the distance of the ice, and we should get an icing on this one.
Yep.
Be coming back down to our zone. Girls overall starting off hot. Hopefully they continue this pressure all the way through this game. Like I said, we've tied Blaine each time. Blaine's beat this team, and we've tied Blaine twice. I don't see there's a reason why we can't win this game.
No, not at all.
Emery's going to take this face off. She'll have Brooklyn out there with her, along with Hazel.
Nice step up by Natalie.
Yep, Natalie picks up and comes rushing up as Emery gets there. Bob picks it up. She's going to try to chip it out of the zone, but Northern Tier gets a stick on it. They try to center, but it's off its mark there. Hazel sends it around the boards, tries to get it up to Natalie. Natalie can't get there quick enough, though, and Emery battling back and forth. Smallest player on the team battling very fiercely along the far side boards. And Emery's going to come up with this. She sends it up the boards, but Northern Tier dumping it back in behind our goalie. Hazel grabs it, sends it over to Bob.
Yes.
Bob passes it over to Brooklyn. The pass, though, is just off its mark. And Northern Tier able to backhand that to keep the zone. Hazel grabs this, tries to clear it, and it's going to come back out. No icing as it's been tipped, but they're going to pick this back up and carry it back in. Coming into the zone fast with speed. She's looking for options, takes a shot. And Faith gets that on there. I think Faith got her glove on it or something. It bounced back out. Continue to pressure. They lose it in front. Oh, they should have got her there. Oh, my gosh. What a play. They should have given it back to Faith to maybe hold on to that, but it worked out either way. So as we keep it out of the back of the net, dangerous play. Northern Tier coming in to pick this up as I get a Charlie horse in my left foot, and I'm dying now. Natalie grabs it, gets it out of the zone, and Emery's fresh after it. She's got support from Brooklyn. Northern Tier gets there first, but she's got pressure immediately from the forecheck of Emery, and just like that, it caused the turnover almost.
Nice job.
Cheney grabs it, dumps it back in. Brooklyn battling for it, and Northern Tier able to finally chip it out. Bob's back here to grab it. She's going to send it up the boards, and we're playing hot cake. We're going to send it finally D to D. Janie gets it up to Brooklyn. Fortunately, a bad bounce off her stick. Goes right back to Northern Tier, and they walk it back in. Kinsley fresh off the bench. Comes in and
like she's cutting down a tree. Holy crap.
Takes after her brother and takes a swipe, and down she goes. Kinsley Hamas to the box. Minute half for tripping. Or no, he called a slash.
Okay.
We just did well, whatever. It don't matter.
There's a difference.
We're gonna get our first penalty kill here. We got Libby Gross out there, along with Naya, Janie, and who is that? Clara. Libby tries to put it forward, goes back underneath the northern tier, and we're able to clear the zone at least out to neutral ice. Northern tier tries to send it back our direction. Clara was there though Naya was there to try to interrupt that play, and it worked. Nice job again by Naya to offer some pressure, and they chip it back down towards the northern tier zone. They send it cross ice, D to D pass. They're going to pick it up and carry it into the zone. Northern tier cutting up everybody in the middle. Lots of slashing and smashing of sticks, but whatever if it keeps it out of the back of the net. Janie drops behind her goalie, grabs it, and battles along the back of the net for this puck.
Oh, dear.
Oh, pass over to Naya, gets intercepted, but another clearing attempt.
Nice job, Naya.
Naya again interrupting that shot attempt by their D, and the puck comes back behind her goaltender. Janie picks it up. She's got some speed here already, and she's going to carry it right up the outside boards. I like the idea. I don't know, is that high? Not a high stick, caught her up high. Interrupted it, but we bring it back in off sides, and we get a whistle here. 25 seconds left to Kinsley's penalty. We'll be back 5-on-5 hockey. Coach decides to take this whistle, get an opportunity to get some fresh legs. Hazel Thacker, Sadie Trues are out there for your Ds. Hazel Lewis and Bob. I call her Bob so much I forget her real name. Elin. Or did I say that right now?
You said Elin correctly, yes.
All right. Northern tier picks it up in their zone, and she's coming flying in, walks around everybody. Shot, but goes wide to the net.
Goodness.
Think a bad shooter, and count your grace.
Be on net.
Oh, and we send it to distant ice. We'll get an icing. We're back to full strength hockey, but we only got 24 seconds left of this period, and we'll get a little bit of a break. Back full at 5-on-5, like I said. We're going to leave Hazel Thacker out there. She'll have support from Bob, Audrey Fitzpatrick. Who's that? Hazel Lewis and Allie on the ice. We win the face-off, goes back to Audrey. Audrey's able to clear the zone, comes out to neutral ice. 20 seconds left now.
Allie's coming up hot. There you go. Come on, Al. Oh.
I'm losing it there. Oh, sorry about that. Northern tier picks this back up. Shot attempt gets intercepted by Bob. Redirected back over to the far side board. And we get the buzzer, and that'll bring us to the end of the first period, 0-0 after one. Girls are doing a great job overall, starting out hot. We kind of fell apart a little bit towards the back end of that period. I think, though, that overall we're doing a great job, better than I could hope for coming in against this team who we know has good strategy to the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the record that they have had, I mean, obviously, I think there's some few games where we could have done better and we're a much stronger team than our actual overall record. Especially against Blaine. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't beat up on Blaine. Both those times, they really only have one really solid, strong player, and that's going to be Lewicki's daughter. Forget her first name, but she has Lucy Lewicki, Blaine. She's got like 20 points on the season, and the next player down has got like 8. Yeah. So, I mean, she's dominating for their team. Obviously, their team in general plays well, but I still think that we should have beat both those games. So
yeah. Well, especially that last one. I mean, the last one was just a bummer at the very end when that puck trickled in.
So I think that...
But it still counts whether it trickles in or it's a slap shot.
Well, we get the buzzer. We'll be starting the next period. Looks like they're going to trust Kinsley back out there after a tripping call. Looks like we're going to start with Hazel Thacker in the face-off dot. She'll have support by Allie and Audrey Fitzpatrick at the wing. Claire and Kinsley Hamas out there at B. Hazel Thacker takes the face-off, wins it over. She tries then to slap it up. She just manhandles it right through and comes through. Cuts up. Oh, and she just loses the handle as she tries to cut up. They're able to regain this, though. Brings it back behind the net. Hazel redirects, comes back around the other way. Wraps her around. Oh, and just couldn't get our sticks on it. Is great play by Hazel Thacker, coming fresh off her vacation. Nice to see. She's right back at it. Audrey grabbing this. I think a little miscommunication with the pass there. Northern Tier grabs
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Oh, our girl's
That was
doing a
not
nice job
good.
clearing in front.
There we go.
Hazel's going to pick this back up again, though. She passed it over to Audrey. Audrey carries it in. Audrey tries to center, but finds the skate of a Northern Tier girl, and they're able to regain this and get it back out of the zone. Well, no, I take that back. Audrey temporarily holds the zone, but goes back to the stick of a Northern Tier player, and they carry it in the zone. They try to cut in through, but they can't clear the stick of Clara. Hazel grabs it, sends it around the boards.
There we
Oh,
go.
and just
Nice,
like
nice,
that, Claire's
nice.
able to clear it out of the zone. It won't make the distance, so no icing. Audrey's hot in there trying to pressure. And Northern Tier sends it the distance down the ice. Oh, Northern Tier had gone for a change, just made it off the bench, and almost basically generated their own breakaway there. But Harper doing a good job getting there and getting a stick on it and clearing it to the corner. Hazel sending it up the far side board. Goes to Northern Tier's D. They try to send it out front, but hits the skates of Hazel. And again, Hotcakes trying to get it back and forth, getting it out of the zone here. Bob's going to grab it back behind Harper. She sends it around the near side board. Pin comes out. Bob grabs it. Again, tries to get it up to Hazel, but Northern Tier just keeps grabbing it and sending it back our direction. Let's see if a third time's the charm here. All right, and just like that,
nice
they
move,
find the
Hazel.
great pass by Bob. Tape-to-tape pass right to Hazel. Hazel comes in, tries to stick handle around a girl. Or they get their stick on it.
Oh.
Hazel gets it in the corner, tries to center it.
Get that rebound.
Just couldn't
even.
get
Look
it.
at that.
Couldn't get it. Hazel again sends it back behind the goaltender, and she's going to get off the ice for a change.
Well, she's gonna try.
Allie's trying to pressure. Janie able to hold the zone. Natalie sending it back into the corner. Northern Tier grabs it. They carry it out of the zone.
Oh,
and
wow.
Emery goes down. Hopefully she's okay.
I don't think you're supposed to go in elbow first, Billy. That's just
No,
me,
you
though.
know.
Good grief.
That didn't disturb her as she's back up and rocking and rolling. Natalie and another girl have a collision mid-ice. That was incidental. They weren't trying to. And I think we're going to get an offsides maybe.
Yeah.
22 viewers suddenly. Now you're talking my language. They missed my impressive pregame show,
Oh,
though.
bummer.
I had a ton of visual aids and graphics. And
Yeah, they can always go
people
back
need
and
to log in
rewatch,
sooner.
Billy.
Emery grabs it, wins it back down to Bob. Bob chips it off the near side boards, gets it into the zone, but Northern Tier is going to be first to it. They're going to carry it back behind the goaltender.
Nice
Brooklyn
job.
steps up and gets a good stick on it and prevents her from getting it out of the zone.
Way
Keeps
to
it in
use her
dib.
body, man. Love that.
Emery grabs it, carries it back behind the goaltender, tries to center, but it goes to the stick of a Northern Tier girl, and they're able to get it out of the zone. They find neutral ice. They carry it into our zone, gets forced wide, shot from a hard angle, and Harper comes up with an easy save on that one. We send it back around our goaltender, goes to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going to carry it out of the zone.
Oh, dear.
And she gets cut off, though, by Northern Tier, and they're going to be able to pick this back up and bring it back in. Centering attempt gets caught by Janie. Janie tries to swipe at it and get it out of the zone.
Oh.
And we finally get it out. Let's see if this lands on net. No, that's going to be an icing. Another foot to the right, and we would have had a shot on goal. But we'll have a defensive zone draw here. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left of this second period. Special thanks to Charlie Chuzo, who's manning our clock. Not a lot of action except for the intermission adjustments, though. They'd be battling in the face-off dot, try to win this. She got it over to Sadie, and Northern Tier able to hold it, though. We get it behind our net. We try to get it up to the winger, and they bring it right back in. Harper with another save, sends it back behind our goal. Hazel Lewis picks this up and brings it around the near side boards. Northern Tier picks it up, shot from the point, but Harper reads it all the way, deflects it into the near or far side corner. Sadie tries to get it out, but it again hits a Northern Tier defenseman. Hazel trying to clear the zone, again intercepted by these girls. We're going to have to carry this puck out of the zone. We keep trying to just dump it, and it ain't working. So we're playing hotcakes with their defensemen, and they take shots from the point every time
Goodness.
we try to clear it. Trying to send it up the near side board. Libby Gross grabs it, redirects it back the other direction. Sadie's going to be first to it. Sadie grabs it. She's going to carry it. Cuts up to the middle. Gets a stick of an Northern Tier, and they're able to maintain zone pressure. They dump it back behind our goalie. Hazel Lewis grabbing this. She's going to send it up the near side boards over to Naya. She gets met, though, by Northern Tier, and they're able to, again, hold the zone. A much different look to this team now coming into the second. Sadie gets it. Tries to get around the Northern Tier girl, but again, they cut her off.
We have to get to the puck first.
Clara tries to send it up the far side boards. Libby steps in to try to help. Gets tripped. I think she stepped actually on the stick of Sadie's stick there and goes down. And they take a shot. Oh, what a hard shot by Northern Tier. Goes up and over the net. Puck goes right out in front, but Northern Tier can't get a stick on it. Comes back out to the point. They center one, and again, it bounces off the Northern Tier girl, and they can't get a shot off. And some lucky drills are here, lucky bounces, I should say, on our part. Trying to get it out of the zone. Been a long shift for these girls as they can't get it out of the zone, and our bench is on the opposite side. We kind of need Harper just to cover at this point to get us some fresh legs. Hazel tries to send it over to the winger, but again, it comes back our direction. Harper again with another great save. Harper stretching out, and she finally able to get a hold of that puck in the crease and get a save.
Harper.
A long shift for our girls there. Caught out there and getting tired, and we're going to finally get a whistle and be able to get a change there. They did a good job trying to get it out of the zone. We're going to have to carry it, I think, to get it by these Northern Tier girls. They are too disciplined and know where to go to hold the zone. We're going to have Hazel Thacker back out in the face-off dot. Face-off goes back behind the goalie. Kinsley's there to pick it up. She sends it up the boards to Natalie. Can't get it out of the zone, though, as it comes back in. Centering attempt by Northern Tier. Nobody can get their stick on it, so it goes wide into the corner. Kinsley grabs it, passes it up, tries to get it to Hazel, but it was a shot that came off the ice. They sent it back behind our goalie.
Nice.
Bob just decides she's going to carry this, and
Bob.
she looks like she's determined to finally get it out of the zone the first time in maybe 3 minutes straight. Bring it in, they center it, and they can't get it out, and it comes back out. Kinsley will be first to it. She sends it cross ice over to Bob. Bob grabs it, sends it over to Natalie, but it gets intercepted. Bob grabs it as Northern Tier throws it back into our zone. She turns around, tries to give it back to Natalie. Again, that gets intercepted. Northern Tier takes a shot. It goes wide of the net. Bob steps up and throws another puck off net that gets centered by Northern Tier. Oh, another shot gets deflected up and over the net. Northern Tier doing a great job, and we're seeing a much different team here this period, and we gotta dig deep here if we're gonna expect to beat these girls at this pace.
Yep.
They might have just started flat-footed.
There we go.
Well, and here we go. Hazel Thacker picks this up. She carries it into the zone. She gets it tipped by one of the Northern Tier girls, but walks around another one. Oh, she sends it into Kinsley. Kinsley tries to take a shot. Didn't have much on it, though, and hits traffic in front. Northern Tier picks it back up, and they clear it out of the zone. They get it in deep, but Bob keeps whacking away at it there as Naya picks this up. She's going to be able to get it out of the zone. It's going to come all the way down here. Northern Tier there to it before it goes to an ice. Almost get caught with too many on the ice there as they went for a change and we were battling. Brooklyn and Hazel battling for the puck now. They both go down. No call, luckily, as Hazel took out the girl in front of her. Kinsley
nice
grabs
step
it.
up,
She
Kinsley.
sends it over. Cross ice over to Naya. But Northern Tier was there to intercept and get up there. They throw it out front, and Harper again with some big saves. Another save. And we get a cover. Beautiful job by Harper as she comes up big.
Yeah.
Keeps us in this game. Harper down there flopping around, doing what she's got to do to keep that out of the net. It's still a 0-0 game.
Going to be another ice cream night for Harper.
Great goaltending by Harper and Faith in this game as they've kept us in this game, but that was an impressive feat for Harper. Emery's back in the face-off dot. Face-off goes back over to Northern Tier. They send it deep in behind our goaltender. Janie grabs it. She sends it up to Emery. Emery just clears the zone, and unless that goes on net, that'll be an icing there. And We'll have another face-off down in our zone. You can tell our girls are getting a little tired here. 4:01 left of the second period. Coach is going to leave Emery out there in the face-off circle. She'll have Naya and who is that?
Brooklyn.
Claire out there along with Brooklyn and Janie. Puck comes back behind our goaltender, sends it up to Clara. Northern Tier centers it though as they were able to intercept that. And Northern Tier gets it. Rebound goes out to Northern Tier and they bury that one as Harper didn't have a chance as the rebound caused it to be wide open on her left side, our right side as we look on it. And we go down 1-0. Not the way we wanted this game to go, but still lots of game to go here. I think that we could still come back here. We got Libby Gross back in the face-off circle. Libby wins this over to Sadie. Sadie grabs it. She tries to chip it up, gets it up to Libby. Libby sends it over to Natalie. Natalie carries it and does a drop pass. But our defensemen were not in there yet. And Northern Tier picks this up. Carries it in the zone, shot, but Harper makes a save. Puck goes back behind our goaltender. Goes into the near side corner. Northern Tier picks it up. Gets it over to their D to D pass here. They send it back into the far side corner. Hazel trying to get it out of the zone by passing it out front. And the puck gets passed right out in front. Northern Tier doesn't get a stick on that, so no shot, but dangerous play again in front of our net. Northern Tier grabs it. Shot from the point goes wide. Goes around the far side boards. Sadie Truser grabs it. She chips it up the boards. They should be.
How
is that not too many men? Too many women. Do you say too many men, too many women? I don't know. Too many girls on the ice. Clearly there as they were playing there. But they get away with that. Puck goes deep into the zone. Hazel there to grab it. Hazel sends it around the boards. Bob chips it up further. Libby and Natalie are there to grab it. Natalie sends it cross ice, and they're calling no ice. I don't know who touched it. Well, we'll take it. I don't think that touched anybody. I think these refs are 3 blind mice or drunk or something. I don't know. Well, we'll take it. Thank you, refs. Hazel grabs it in the neutral ice.
Nice.
Northern Tier battling for it. Natalie not able to hold on as Northern Tier brings it in. Sadie grabs it, sends it up, back into neutral ice. Nobody's forechecking it though. We're all standing and watching, and that's going to cost us if we're not going to go after this and offer pressure. Libby grabs it. She's going to carry it back behind her goaltender. She tries to pass it to the winger, but it hits traffic in front, goes back into the corner. Hazel picks it up. She carries it around. She throws it around the near side boards. Natalie's there to try to grab it. Bob steps up to support. Now Libby's in there trying to support. Battle continues. Centering attempt by Northern Tier gets intercepted. Rebound goes back to Northern Tier. Shot saved by Harper. Another shot. Puck finally goes off to the corner. Sadie's going to pick it up. She tries to carry it out, but just can't get it out of the zone. And the puck cycles back in behind the goaltender as Hazel picks it back up. She throws it up to Natalie. Natalie can't control that pass, though. And it goes out in front. Shot by Northern Tier gets intercepted by Libby, and Libby decides just to dump it as you can tell they're tired as they're trying to skate. I can show you, they're just limping back. It's going to be an icing, but I think that was intentional as they got caught out there again, and they look tired. 59 seconds left in the period. Hazel Thacker will be back in the face-off circle. Face-off goes to the D of Northern Tier. They pass it D to D. They try to take a shot. Gets blocked in front, though. Sent to the corner. And we try to clear it up the boards. Hits traffic in front. Northern Tier doing a good job at getting sticks on there and holding this zone. They try to center it. It's intercepted by Kinsley.
Nice, Kinsley.
Kinsley's going to carry it out of the zone. She passes it cross ice over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn picks this up. This could be good. Brooklyn gets it in, takes a shot, but it just goes wide of the net. Hazel steps in to try to pressure. Kinsley holds the zone.
Wimply.
Doesn't matter. Holding the zone. She does it again. Puck goes back to Brooklyn. Only 20 seconds left. Brooklyn centers it. Allie just couldn't get a good shot off. Dangerous play in front for Northern Tier. Oh, and we again hold the zone as Clara sends it back in front. And they're going to finally be able to clear the zone. Kinsley grabs it. She's going to dump it up the near side boards. And it comes back in, but then we get the buzzer. So that'll bring us to the end of 2. We're down 1-0. We definitely saw what Northern Tier's all about on that one and why they're ranked number 1. But let's go back to, since we have so many new viewers, let's go back to my fancy overlays. We have our tournament coming up here. Tell you a little bit about what's coming up here. You got the countdown clock here in the top right corner to our first game. Continues to click on down second by second. 8 a.m. on Friday morning, we play Superior up in Freiburger Arena, and that's in Duluth. We're told that's an ice-cold ice arena, so anybody coming, make sure you dress super warm. Then we have nothing the rest of the day. Friday, we're going to go to UMD girls golfer game, Duluth Bulldog game, a women's game up there.
That up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my Gopher gear up there. We're Gopher season ticket holders. Then Saturday morning, 8 a.m. we play Woodbury. Saturday at 1 p.m. we play Edina at a different arena. We'll be live streaming all those games for you. And then sometime on Sunday, depending on our seating, we'll for sure get a 4th game, potentially a 5th game, how we do, depending on how we do. So it should be a fun tournament as we move in to the tournament here soon. We all leave, I believe, Thursday night. Everybody's, I hope, is going to go up. Be an early morning if you drive up.
Yeah.
All right, we start in the 3rd period. It looks like we're going to start with Emery in the face-off circle. We're going to have Nye on her left wing. I don't know why we're missing a player, but we're still waiting on one more. We're going to have Bob out there and Janie out there at D, and we're going to get Brooklyn out at right wing. Emery in the face-off. Face-off goes, actually, Northern Tier won that over for us. But they finally pick this back up. They try to get it into the zone, but it's interrupted by Bob. We clear the zone, but they bring it right back in. Janie comes in, steps up. Playing a lot more aggressively this period here, it looks like already. Bob grabs this. She's going to bring it back behind Faith. She sends it up to the boards.
Oh, bummer.
Emery can't clear the zone, unfortunately, as she ran into some players. Janie got it out of the zone, and Northern Tier brings it back in and offsides, and we'll get a neutral zone face-off. Emery will remain out there. Sure, we might be changing some Ds, it looks like, as we're bringing Hazel Lewis and Kinsley Hamas out there. Libby Gross, Natalie, and Sadie will be out there as your forwards. Libby wins this. She tries to send it over to the boards on Natalie. Natalie continues to battle. She comes up with the puck, tries to send her over to Sadie, but hits the skate of a Northern Tier girl. And we're finally able to dump it in deep. It goes back behind the goaltender. Sadie's after it, trying to clear it. Kinsley on the blue line tried to hold the zone, but can't hold it all the way, and it comes back all the way down, and we should get an icing.
Icing, sorry.
Yeah, we get an icing, and we get an offensive zone drawn.
So cold in here, my brain is frozen.
Oh, that's the problem, yeah.
I laughed, and I could see my breath.
Nothing. I take a cheap shot at your brain being frozen. And
That's how frozen it is, Billy. I am beyond caring about your insults.
Libby's going to take the face off again. You got a running clock for some reason now. I don't think.
They put 15 minutes on, so I don't know what's going on, because they did 13 for the first 2.
Puck bounces out to the neutral zone. Kinsley tries to grab it and redirect it. And I don't know, I lost it on the near side boards as I couldn't see it. Northern Tier had got possession of it. They do a D-to-D pass, goes over to the far corner as she fumbled it. They send it up the boards. Sadie's there to try to pressure.
Yes.
She's able to do a good job. It slows down the first guy. Natalie steps in to try to grab it. Northern Tier tries to throw on a net. It goes wide and behind the net. Kinsley grabs it, gives it over to Libby. Libby tries to get it. Fans on the pass attempt, unfortunately, and it comes back in. Kinsley's going to grab it. She carries it back behind Faith. And she's just got a lane, so she's going to skate this one.
Yes.
She skates it over, cuts her on a bunch of girls so far. Let's see what she does.
Why are we
Gets it in, but it runs into Libby as she comes back around, but they're able to get it in deep at least. Kinsley just kept... She looked like she was in slow motion with a piano on her back, but it worked.
You're
Northern
killing me,
Tier.
Smalls.
Northern Tier sends it on the boards, but it finds Clara out on neutral ice, and they send it back in. Goes back deep into the zone. Northern Tier has it. They send it on the boards, but Libby's there. She sends it back behind the goaltender. Natalie's now forechecking. Northern Tier
bummer.
gets it. They're able to chip it out of the zones. It bounces, and Bob wasn't able to hold that one since the puck bounced up in front. Northern Tier brings it back down. Shot attempt, but
Nice job by Clara.
Clara does a nice job getting in front, deflected that one wide. Libby picks it up on the near side board, tries to get it out. Again, she's able to finally send it, but I can't tell with that. Yeah, we're going to need an icing. Fortunately, when it's on the near side board, you can't see the puck.
You know what? I think it was tipped. I can just feel it.
Oh, you can
Through
feel
my
it. Well,
frozen brain.
yeah. We get a defensive zone draw. Hazel Thacker's back on the ice. She's going to take the face off. She just muscles her way through all of them. I love it. And she cuts
Come on,
around.
Hazel.
She's got speed as she's almost generating a breakaway. Oh, but Northern Tier is able to catch back up, and they send it back out of the zone. Goes back over to Bob. Bob centers it to Hazel. Hazel hit the blue line and fell down. Comes back out of the zone. Northern Tier brings it in offsides, though, and we get a whistle.
Really need to bury one. Just need to get one down there and in the goal.
Hazel grabs this. She sends it over. Tries to get it over to, what is that, Naya
Yep.
or Clara?
It's Naya.
I know Naya and Clara confuse me at the two
Well,
numbers.
Clara's playing defense, so that
Maybe
might help
that's
you
what
out.
Puck comes back into our zone here. Clara's going to be,
Yep, that's
Clara.
Clara.
Clara grabs it. She sends it over to Natalie. Hits Natalie in the
That's
foot, though.
Naya.
Oh, is that Naya? I
Yes.
thought that was 11.
Nope, 16.
Okay.
Woo!
Dangerous shot by Northern Tier. Gets just shot wide, though.
Come on, Naya.
Naya battling. Hazel steps up, tries to support. Able to knock it out of the zone. Comes through the neutral zone. Northern Tier re-grabs this, tries to get it out. I'll bring it back in.
Uh-oh.
And Northern Tier doing a good job sending it back deep into our zone. Bob's going to be first to this behind Faith. Faith sends it over to Naya. Hazel steps up, supports, grabs this. She's going to carry it out of the zone. Tries to split the D, though. Oh, and she took exception. That big girl from Northern Tier took a swipe at Hazel. She turned around and gave her she turned around and gave her the evil eye. Hazel picks this up behind the boards.
Yep.
Almost got it right out in front there.
Oh.
And centering attempt. Libby fresh off the bench. Grabs it, tries to get it up front. Shot attempt by Allie. Goes wide of the net. Allie brings it back behind the goaltender, centers it, but they just can't get a stick on that. And Northern Tier finally picks this up, and they get it out to neutral ice.
Nice
Tinsley
job,
steps up and
Tinsley.
is able to hold it. She sends it up the boards to Hazel. And Northern Tier gets there first, though. And they bring it back into our zone. Janie there to pick it up. She's going to carry it back behind the goaltender.
Oh,
She
dear,
cuts
that
her
made
on
me a
the
little
first
nervous.
game. Girl, Janie's deciding
Come on,
she's going to
Janie.
skate it. I love the
Take
D deciding to rush these pucks. Get
Yes.
it in deep. Janie brings it over to the far side blue line and dumps it in deep. Kind of wish she would have just kept going. I mean, she had that clear lane.
I do too.
But they're trying to make the right hockey decision, and it can be hard. Northern Tier brings it back in. Kinsley grabbed it, tried to send it off the boards to chip it back out, but went right to the player, the Northern Tier girl.
Oh,
Kinsley's
hit
got
it.
time, and she decides to skate right around a bunch of
Right
girls.
to the middle where we told her not to.
Well,
on the
whatever,
far
it's
right here.
working.
Oh my
Kinsley
God,
cuts
why
back,
does
she
keep
gets it out of the zone,
She's
but
killing me.
I could see Casey telling her to get going. And we come in offsides. Or is that it?
No,
Yeah.
it was the offsides first for the, these Northern Tier parents, I don't think they've seen a lot of hockey.
Why is that?
Well, they're very, very appalled by every single hit on
whatever.
their team.
They're not used to probably only leading by one.
You know when I say that? Boo-hoo.
We're going to eat a Tic Tac here. All right. We chip it up the near side boards. Sadie battling for it. Natalie tries to grab it. Clara grabs it. She sends it up to Sadie in the neutral ice. Northern Tier got a stick on it there. And Natalie grabs it on the far side board, battles through. Girls continue to battle. It has been a very chippy game, I feel like. Lots of whacking with sticks and hard-fought battle. I like the aggression by both sides, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Puck comes back to Clara. She's going to send it up the near side boards. Goes deep into the zone. Hits some players, though, and Northern Tier picks it up. They're carrying it back behind her goaltender.
Oh, bummer.
They try to get it out of the zone. It bounces off the boards, and Natalie just missed that one. And they bring it back in the zone. Clara's there, though, to battle. Pushes her wide. Nice job by Clara, pushing her wide. She then stayed with the puck, grabbed it, sends it up the far side boards to Hazel. Hazel looks at a girl, dekes her completely. She's going to rush it in. They get a stick on it and send it to the boards, but Hazel comes up with it again. Brings it out front, takes a shot. Oh, and it just goes wide of the goaltender. Allie, fresh off the bench, she comes rushing into the play. Offers pressure on the near side boards. Northern Tier picks it up. They send it on the boards. Natalie's going to be first to it. She grabs it. She's able to keep it into the corner, at least for now. Northern Tier continues to battle. Allie stepping in to help. Gets centered. Hazel grabs there. Almost gets a good shot off, but Northern Tier got a stick on her stick, and she's just not able to fire it hard. And they finally come up with this. They bring it out of the zone. Kinsley's there, and she grabs it and tries to clear it. Kinsley again grabs it, uses her body to push that girl to the boards. I love the play. Shot attempt hits traffic in front. Again, our girls doing a good job clogging up the middle. Faith Jury directing that back behind the goalie. Bob picks it up, sends it to the near side boards. Hazel's there, chips it, bounces up the boards. It goes right to Allie, and like that, Allie's on a rush. One-on-one. Girls are catching up, though. Gets chipped to the corner. Naya steps up, tries to help out. Hazel grabs it. Now pops out to Kinsley. She's going to send it back up the boards. Comes into the offensive zone. Northern Tier tries to get it out. They're able to do so, and they're coming back our direction. Kinsley gets a good stick on it initially, but can't do it. And she continues to fight through, though, and stays with her, pushes her to the board with support from Bob. The girls did a great job there. Emery picks it up, passes it up to Emery. Emery goes down. Naya went down. Emery, though, fights through, carries it right through. Shot! Oh, and it gets deflected. Saved by the Northern Tier goalie. Great play by Emery on rushing that play deep into the zone.
Ooh.
Northern Tier picks it up, walks around Emery and Brooklyn on that one. She's got speed as she comes through the zone. Janie tries to step up and grab her. Bob doing a good job trying to get her through.
Nice job,
Forced
Faith.
her wide, and they can't get a shot off. Emery picks it back up behind the goalie. Passes it over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn goes down, but Emery just picks it up like it was nothing. Gets it at least in the neutral zone. They get it back there. Janie steps up, tries to get it or prevent them from getting it in. Oh, and Janie got mad about it. I don't know what's going on.
They better send both. Both of them, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're going to send both on that one, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Janie stood up for herself there. That was great.
That's ridiculous.
He was going to get bullied by a shorter girl.
No.
Janie could have
Absolutely not.
used her head for a seat. I think that Northern girl's really upset in the box over there.
Well, you know what? Maybe
I don't know what started that, but
she did. I'll tell you right now. I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to say she did.
We're defensive. It's our players. We're going to actually be 5-on-5. They're trying to get the clock going on both sides here. All right, they got it squared away. We got it going. 4:05 left of this game. Comes into the offensive zone. Libby Gross is in the faceoff dot. She's got Sadie and Hazel out there with her. They bring it back, and Northern Tier cuts in. They throw it right out in front. Hits Hazel out in front. Gets deflected back to the D. D takes a shot, but gets intercepted in front. Sadie sends it over.
Good luck.
Comes back out of our zone. Northern Tier picks it up. They send it back in. Hazel's there to grab it. She sends it back up the boards to Hazel. Hazel tries to battle through. Northern Tier doing a good job shutting her down overall.
Come on, Sadie.
Hazel got it to Sadie. Sadie cut it right up the middle. Shot attempt, but hits a Northern Tier girl in the leg. Libby Gross steps in, tries to get it or hold the zone. They're able to do so far. And it comes back out. Our D's had backed way up into our zone here. They send it up. Hits traffic in front, so no icing. Goes deep into the zone. Hazel Thacker there to battle for it. She goes down and she caught an edge, and they send it to the near side boards. 2:55 left, near side board battle here. Libby coming through. She tries to hold the zone. So far, and the puck finally pops out. Hazel's first to it, though. She's going to grab it. She tries to get it out of the zone, but Northern Tier able to get a stick on that. They get it out of the zone. Hazel picks it up. Hazel coming into the zone. She's going to carry it. Gets chipped off her stick wide into the corner. She comes back around the goaltender. Oh, and how is that not a check? That girl threw her whole body in. I don't know how they didn't call a check on that one. That was a blatant
replay of it?
Blatant. I don't on this app. Blatant check, and no call on it. As Hazel's still down back behind the goaltender. Refs are talking. Hopefully, they're talking about the fact that that was a check and she should be going to the box, but doesn't look like they're going to do that. As Coach Casey's out there talking to Hazel. He's moving her arms, though, and talking, so something tells me she'll be back up shortly and maybe even has a shift before the end of this game. Our girls showing a sign of respect, taking a knee. Same with the Northern Tier girls.
There, she's getting up good.
She's getting back up. Definitely looks upset, but I think she's going to be fine. Get an offensive zone draw. Should be a power play. It looks like Janie and the other girl, Northern Tier girl, are both out of the box, so we must have killed that penalty there. Emery will be back in the face-off circle. He wins it over to Allie. Allie takes a shot attempt immediately following the shot, but it hit traffic in front, gets sent to the near side boards. Northern Tier tries to get it out. Emery continues to battle for this. Kinsley steps up, holds it by sending it up the middle, but that goes to the stick of a girl, and we're going to get a call. I like they'll call us.
How come
Natalie's going.
Call the check?
Natalie's gone to the backs. Sarah's took her mic off to yell at the refs.
Well, you know what? I'm only doing that because these parents are obnoxious.
Yeah, they are obnoxious.
Oh my gosh.
She took the mic off, so.
Took the mic off. Well, they're whining about everything else. Let's whine about something
Puck comes
real.
back over to Northern Tier. Puck goes back behind the net. Bob's going to be first to grab that. She's going to try to end. She's able to clear the zone. Unfortunately, I'll probably go the distance to the ice, so we should get an icing. And we do. Get another draw back down in our zone. Players out right now are going to be Emery, Allie, Bob, and Kinsley. Here's your PK. Minute 36 left of this game. Emery's in the face-off circle. Emery wins it back into the corner. She tries then to send it back up the boards. Can't clear the zone. Shot from the point goes wide of the net. Bob's going to be first to it.
You know what? I wonder how many times they're going to play 6 players on the ice.
Yeah, apparently they're biased. Kinsley almost intercepts it right up the middle.
Go,
Kinsley's got a breakaway potential. Let's see if she can pull something off. Shot, and it goes up. Gets deflected up and over. Probably her hottest shot of the season. Short-handed. And they come back in, and she gets caught staring a little bit. Walks around the first girl, walks around Bob, and they backhand it and get a shot. Goal.
6-on-4 goal. Nice job, guys. Good grief, I'm over this.
And we're losing viewership because Sarah's getting angry. We're down to 13 viewers.
Angry. I don't like when stuff is unfair.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Unjust.
Too many people on the ice a couple of times, and the check was blatant. I mean, I don't know how that didn't get called. Puck goes back into the puck goes back into the zone. Northern Tier grabs it. They send it around the boards. They pick it up. They're going to carry it out into the neutral zone. Libby steps up. strips the girl. They send it back up the zone. Brooklyn grabs this. She grabs a hold of it, sends one on net. Goaltender with a save. Northern Tier brings it back behind. Libby grabs it out front. Keeps it in deep. Naya's there to grab it in the corner.
Nice hustle.
Northern Tier girl goes down. Libby tries to grab, but Northern Tier picks it back up. They're able to backhand it right out of the zone. But Hazel Lewis is there. Libby steps in to help out. And we're going to come to the end of the game as we're going to get the buzzer. And some of these moms are ridiculous on that Northern Tier team.
Yeah.
I can point to a couple of psychos.
Maybe you should do that for the next overlay, Billy. We can have inappropriate parents. Put some jail bars over them.
We can do a special.
And you could put me on there for our team.
Oh, yeah.
I
You're right there with it.
I know. You can put
All
me
right.
on.
Girls are going to come through and do the handshake line, though. Either way, game's over.
Yes.
We got to
Very
do a
good
better
sports.
job. We played very good.
Sarah's not. I apologize.
We did a good job playing against these girls. We'll get them on the next one. Again, our next D10 game, I think, is January 17th. We'll be against these girls again. It'll be our first game coming back from the tournament. So we'll see how they goes. Hopefully get a little bit better reffing coming up on the tournament. Next game's 8 a.m. Friday morning. We'll be live.